Hello, and welcome to Total Insanity, The Search for Skunk Ape, Part 2. I don't have an intro for this, I realized. Well, no, I didn't realize I know that, but I need an intro for, is this a little quieter than today? I moved the mic to a different position. I'm still trying to see what works the best. This is the obligatory technical talk at the beginning of the stream. But I do have a new intro coming in soon, but we're not here to talk about the new intro. No. Al, what are we here to talk about today, Al?
Well, Leo, we're here to talk about our journey deep into the woods, deep within the Ocala National Forest, where we, using some of my, I may not have the greatest technology, but I do still have alien technology. And using some of that, we triangulated Skunk Ape to a location within the Ocala National Forest. So first, we definitely have some mysterious findings for you today. We're gonna cue up a video of our excursions out there.
Thank you, Al. I don't like how this keeps doing this. Hold on.
Leo, what are you doing? Get on with the stream.
Okay, Al, okay. Okay, Al. First we're going to take you where we went. So let me bring up here. We got the side cam working. Okay, cool. Let me bring up here the desktop. Let me go to as you can see here, the Ocala National Forest. We triangulate in. Deep within the woods. Woods and lakes. See, there's just woods and lakes. Now, Al, tell us what we found in here, Al.
I think I already said it, Leo. I think you're trying to delay time so that you can extend the stream a bit longer because I'm going to talk about it, Leo.
Al, you know I don't like when you're talking about that, when you're trying to diss me on the stream, when you're trying to... I mean, I know I talk about technical things, but... sometimes, I want to do that, man. Like, I'm already doubting it enough. I don't need you also doubting it, man.
Well, don't take it so seriously, man.
Okay, dude. Well, let's, without further ado, let's look at the rundown here. I think it's time. I think my vocals are turned down too low. Or not my vocals, my own monitoring. I'm like, okay, that sounds better. Well, yeah, you know what, Al? I think you're right. Ultimately, Let's take you into our journey into the forest. As I mentioned, we triangulated Skunk Ape to a general area. We went in there, and you can see what we found. So let me turn off this. I'm kind of starting to get annoyed by that a little bit. But at least we have some background music, isn't that right? Now, let's do it. Okay. Here we go. Hello. I should talk louder. Hello. This is Total Insanity out in the field, searching for the elusive skunk ape. Today we'll be traveling in deep in the Ocala National Forest and hopefully find this elusive creature. Join us now as we go on the hunt.
Skunk Ape coming in hot.
We're on the trail, literally on the trail. Now, of course, Skunk Ape is going to be deeper in these woods. But for now, join us as we stroll through the beautiful forest. Notice these large pieces of wood just snapped in half. Only something with incredible strength, such as Skunk Ape, could have done such a thing. It looks like there could almost be some type of twig stick structure being built here. There's a ceremonial. Look at the diagonal angles coming together here. This is very interesting.
Let's go. The moon was up and the night was young. Walking through the forest, smelling like skunk. I couldn't help catching a whiff through the trees of some fresh new herb of the sacred sweet leaf.
Notice these flowers, fresh, bright, and new, right next to them, withered and dead. What does this mean? I don't know. As we wander through the forest, one ponders, we're trying to find him, but how do we find him? Of all the people who have tried over the years, how does Total Insanity find Skunk Ape? That remains to be seen. Okay. Deep within the shrub. Smell the scent. It's ever so slight, but ever since I declogged my nose and clearing my sinuses, since I got a humidifier, I can smell better. We're getting closer. Join me now. Now I've truly arrived at a three-pronged path. Which direction to go? If I was Skunk Ape, where would I make my home? The wind blows and wafts into my nostrils. Which path? My nose leads me here. Notice these giant pine cones. Look at all the pine cones! There's all the pine cones! Okay, here we go. I was chilling out making a grilled cheese when I heard a sound from the forest leaves. Howling and barking and stomping on the ground, I got pretty spooked as to what was around. Headed back to my room. Those are the giant pine cones. Wait a second. I'm right back to where I started. Okay, clearly my sense of smell is still not developed enough because that path just looped around. I guess we'll go down this path, but I'm starting to get a little worried. We're pretty deep in the forest. I know I've got Al's alien tech, but he can only do so much because we're still being hunted by Conrad. If we turn on one wrong device, Conrad will be on our backs in a second. So we gotta find the Skunk Ape. Okay. We've been walking down this trail for a while. Al has this freaking hovering device. He doesn't even have to walk, but it is a foreign planet, so I mean, I don't know. I'm getting hungry. I'm getting thirsty. But luckily, I got this banana to sustain me. Perhaps, I don't want to be stereotypical about apes, monkeys, what have you. Perhaps the scent of this banana is a hope to lure our dear friend Skunk Ape. But as for now, I'm trying to survive. I don't know where we are anymore. I don't know how I got out of the forest. When I searched for Skunk Ape, I knew it would be hard. I didn't know it was going to be this hard. I guess this is why I don't know if I'm going to even get out of this forest.
You have found me.
And there you have it. I was checking if this I can mute things in a different way than I was doing. Anyway, there you have it. You're not hearing that. Well. The elusive creature. Skunk Ape appeared to me. Okay, let's slow this down. Slow it down! Slow it down, dude. Slow it down.
Slow it down. Slow it down. Okay.
Okay. Okay, I'm stopping that. Now, if you notice, after I slipped on the banana, I entered a dreamlike state, in which Skunk Ape appeared to me briefly, as you saw, somehow captured on the camera. But there was more than that. There was way more than that. But I guess somehow it like bled over into the, not film, into the digital binary file code. I don't know. It's really kind of unexplained. We never actually found where Skunk Ape lives. And that makes sense because why would he want to reveal his location to us? He doesn't know us that well. In fact, he doesn't really know us at all. But like I said, it would probably be too close for comfort for Skunk Ape. But anyway, he did communicate to me through the state that he would help out our cause. It's a noble cause. He certainly knows what it's like being on the run, hiding out, and so he could relate to specifically Al being on a foreign planet. And so, yeah, he gave me the location in which to find a couple sacred artifacts. Well, there's one sacred artifact and a few cool rocks. So here we have. This isn't gonna show up well here. Let me go to this other camera. This might not show up well anywhere because I don't have a normal camera. This is the sacred Skunk Ape artifact for summoning Skunk Ape. This is critical to, this was hidden deep within the forest in an undisclosed location. Everything's undisclosed. Now, along with that, we have these various rocks and crystals found near the location. These will assist us. Check this out. Oh, damn, it's black now, though. This will assist us next episode in summoning Skunk Ape. Now's not the time to OCD place things back into the exact location. Anyway, then I'm already teasing next episode, but this episode is going to be really short, isn't it? Unless I somehow extend it. I had a rundown for this episode. Dang, I'm blazing through this. But basically, Skunk Ape telepathically instructed me that those relics can help us commune with and summon him. Thereby, for next episode, we will be summoning Skunk Ape live in studio. And I say in studio, but it's really just my room. We will be summoning Skunk Ape live in studio, and he will help us do the ceremonial rites in which to cloak total insanity, in which to hide from Conrad, in which we can then stream regularly every week, and we can have total insanity back in business, baby. Isn't that right, Al? Isn't you guys got to tell me? Is the audio when I get far from the mic? Do I get like? Is it changing too much? Is the level? I gotta watch this back and check these technical things.
Leo, what did I tell you earlier? Nobody wants to keep hearing about the technical things. Last stream, you said if you talk about them again, something like that, then I'm allowed to vaporize you. Do you understand? I will vaporize you, Leo. So this is, unless we've agreed ahead of time that you're doing it for comedic purposes. This is your this is not your final warning. This is 2 strikes. 3 strikes, you're out. So 1 more warning. Or 1 more, I guess, it's up to me. It's up to my discretion if next time I vaporize you or not. So just think about that before you go rambling on to fill up more time or distracting on the screen.
Al, thank you for setting me straight. Is the floor in your background transparent? I don't know how to answer. Wait, what does that mean? Oh, because it's like there's stuff coming through the floor. How do you not get these noises? Less compression? But then if I don't compress it, hey, it might be okay if I don't compress it. Uncompressed, compressed. I don't know. I'm still figuring it out. Look, I'm talking, Al. I just was mentioning it, Al. I just was mentioning it. Oh, dude, that's a good checkerboard joke. Okay. Like the Photoshop checkerboard. Maybe I don't need to eat the mic. Maybe I can maybe since I have the heavy compression, I can just sit back a bit. I'm used to eating the mic when I perform live and stuff. But really, this is all we had. This is all we got for this episode. I mean, we got the search for Skunk Ape. That was pretty much all I had. The video could have been longer, but I edited it down to be a little bit crisper and move a little swifter than I could have rambled on. Anyway, see, this is why we need Phil on the stream, because he can make great jokes about the checkerboard floor that I won't understand until further explanation. This image over here, I gotta maybe swap this out. This is Father Dean weed whacking. This painting back here is by Katie, my sister, Reindeer Man. So, I gotta stream at least 20 minutes, so I'm waiting 2 more minutes, but that's really, we're teasing next episode. Skunk Ape, you may be like, where is Skunk Ape? We watched the Skunk Ape, search for Skunk Ape, we still didn't see him. Well, he's elusive, man. Next episode, you will see Skunk Ape. Skunk Ape he's not going to be physically here. We're going to, conjure him. So I don't know the right word. This is new to me. But we're going to get him through some type of portal, some type of... So he will be here. We will be doing a ceremony, and it's going to be great. It's going to be cool. It's going to be... what can you say more about it, Al?
Well, Leo, I think it's going to be simply splendid. This one, if anybody's watching from the outer solar system, from the outer galaxy, first of all, I'd like to say what's up. Being on Earth for a while, I missed some of my kin. Even though I didn't really have much time to have time with my kin, because I was grown in a military laboratory as a super alien bioweapon and then escaped, which is why Conrad is on my trail. Regardless of all this, I still have an affinity. Affinity is now free software. I still have an affinity for my home world, even through all of this. And so I just like to give a shout out to any of my alien beings out there. And if any of you even think about reporting me to Conrad, I will vaporize you. How? You'll find out. So don't even mess with me.
Okay, Al, thanks. That was a little bit of a tangent, but I appreciate the time, Phil. With that, can Al use his bioweaponry against Conrad? That's actually a really good question. Al, you want to take that one?
Sure, Leo. Phil, thank you for your question. I appreciate your question. What a great question. So, when I was escaping, it was all, it was all a blur. I was like, what's happening? The tube I'm in has broken open. The whole space station is under high alert. There's alarms going off. There's guards chasing me. My first instinct was just to get out of there. I certainly wouldn't be able to overwhelm Conrad and his whole alien force with all of their trained aliens, all of their weaponry, all of their technology. I can do a lot, but I can't. I could take them on for a little bit, don't get me wrong, but eventually they'd get me. And so, what I'd like to do is hide out for a little while, study Conrad and the alien nation's military forces. Then, this is all part of my super bioweapon planning, by the way. I don't just have super strength, but I have a super intellectual mind. Anyway, once I strategize, figure out the best way to do it, I think then I could certainly take Conrad one-on-one. I think it would be a great battle, though, because I think Conrad... I don't really know the history of Conrad, but I think he has some strength. He's not the general of the whole alien nation for nothing. So, that, once again, great question. Good question. Really, we'll see what happens in the future, but I don't think... Once we lose track of Conrad, I think that's going to be a momentary... I think that'll... I hope it will last for a while, but I don't think it's going to last forever. Eventually, we'll cross paths again. And when that happens, you be ready.
Well, great tease, Al. For the Alien Nation video game coming out in 2033. Maybe. Don't hold me to that. Okay, well, thanks for your question, Phil. Great interaction. See, when there's interaction fuels the stream. Oh my god. That's all for today. Thanks for watching. Don't forget, next episode, next Tuesday, we will finish the arc of the search for Skunk Ape. Skunk Ape will be in studio, and we will do the ceremonial ritual in which to cloak total insanity. Okay? And so, as I always say,
that's about it.
And catch you next time. What was my sign-off I used to use? There's peace out on the fleece trout, which doesn't make any sense. But Katie likes that one. Catch you on the flip side.
Catch you on the flip side, guys.